Join us on our early morning stroll through Rome. Today we got up early and headed out before our 10 a.m. tour of the Colosseum. We wanted to get some walking in before our tour started, and we found that really we were the only people out. We enjoyed the quiet and the birds. It had rained the night before. Stopped for some coffee and croissants with just us and some police officers, and just thoroughly enjoyed the quiet morning, which was a great change from yesterday's hustle and bustle. If you can manage it with the time change, I highly recommend waking up early. This is the streets of Rome at 7 a.m. It's quiet and everyone is asleep but us. It seems it's the best time to really see the city without having to fight the crowds. We were walking from our hotel towards the Colosseum using our Google Maps, and all of a sudden we happened upon the Pantheon. We were at the Pantheon yesterday, and it was so crowded around 4 in the afternoon that the entire piazza here was packed full of people. We waited in line to see if we could get inside, but they were not allowing anybody else inside yesterday. As we continued on, we came upon these ruins. We enjoyed just looking at them for a while, and then continued on our way to find our meeting spot to meet our tour guide for our 10 a.m. Colosseum tour. We booked a tour through TripAdvisor for $153. This was a pretty expensive tour, but it allowed us to be able to go to the Colosseum floor, which my husband really wanted to do. As we turn a corner, there it was, the Colosseum. It was amazing. We were so happy to be here so early in the morning and be able to take pictures and just enjoy it without the crowds. We were about an hour before our tour was to start, so we stopped at a little cafe and got a bite to eat while we waited for our tour guides. I liked this tour because our tour guide spoke great English and spent his time really explaining things to us, but also because it had you meet the group away from the Colosseum, so I wasn't fighting the crowds of the Colosseum trying to find my tour guide. Here you can see the Roman Forum. It is huge, over 2,000 years old and amazingly preserved. If we had gone through here without a guide, it still would have been interesting, but we wouldn't have had the knowledge of what we were looking at. So the guide really is helpful. If you don't want to spend the money on a guide, you can always download an audio app, like a Rick Steves audio guide. I've heard people say that that's very helpful. Our guide did explain to us on this grassy knoll area here, they would do chariot races. That was interesting. We're up higher now on the Palatine Hill, which is all part of your package when you buy tickets to the Colosseum. If you buy tickets directly from the Colosseum, the website is called Co-op Culture, and the tickets on the website are €19. So paying for our tour guide at $153 for the two of us was significantly more. But like I said, to us it was money well spent. The tour was long, informative, enjoyable, and we were really glad we spent the money. What we're looking at here is what would have been the floor of the Colosseum. The floor was wood, so this area is actually like the basement, the underneath where the gladiators and the animals would be before they would come out onto the floor of the Colosseum. Our tour ended here on the Colosseum floor. We took some pictures and then went into the gift shop, and then we headed out of the Colosseum and back into the streets of Rome, where despite the blue skies that we're seeing right now, it started to rain on us again. But it was a great day at the Colosseum, and we appreciate you joining us for our early morning in Rome and our tour of the Colosseum. Ciao for now.